Hey there, David Weber here, broker and manager of State Property Management, based right here in sunny Central Florida. So let me ask you something. Have you been thinking about selling your home, but you're just, not sure? Maybe you're moving out, upgrading, downsizing, relocating. Whatever it is, you're left with a big decision. Should I sell or should I rent it out? Well, in today's market, a growing number of smart homeowners are saying, you know what? I think I'm going to hold on to it and rent it. And honestly, that might be one of the best financial decisions you ever make. In this video, I'm going to walk you through why more and more homeowners are renting instead of selling, what kind of financial upside there really is, and how to make that decision in a way that protects your time, your property, and your sanity. Let's dive in. So, why is renting gaining ground? Let's talk about what's happening right now. Home prices have gone up, interest rates have gone up, buyer demand has cooled a bit, and sellers are realizing they may not get the kind of profit they were hoping for. Meanwhile, the rental market in Central Florida is still strong, especially for well-maintained homes in desirable neighborhoods. Here's the reality. Some folks are sitting on 2.5% or 3% mortgage rates. However, buyers today are looking at 7% or higher. That monthly payment difference, it's massive. So when a homeowner goes to sell, they quickly realize, I might have equity, but I'm losing a great rate and walking away from potential monthly income. Renting gives you an alternative. You can hold the asset, build equity, let someone else pay down your mortgage, and still have the option to sell later when the market is stronger or timing makes more sense for you. Let's look at the financial case for renting. Let's break it down with an example. Say your house would sell today for $425,000. After closing costs, commissions, and prep work, you might walk away with $380,000. But what if you rented it instead? Let's say you have a mortgage of $1,500 per month and you can rent the home for $2,300 per month. Even after accounting for taxes, insurance, and some reserves for maintenance, you're walking away with a few $100s in positive cash flow each month. And that tenant, they're paying off your mortgage. Meanwhile, the home continues to appreciate in value, you build equity, and at some point down the road, you've got options. You can keep it as a long-term investment, refinance and pull out equity, sell in a better market, or 1031 exchange it into another property. That flexibility is powerful. Now, let's discuss how renting also opens up a bunch of tax advantages. Things like depreciation, mortgage interest deductions, expense write-offs for maintenance, repairs, management fees. And again, I'm not a CPA, so you will want to talk to your tax professional. But many of our clients are surprised to learn how favorable rental income can be, especially when structured correctly. In many cases, the tax savings alone make renting more attractive than selling. Regret is something I hear a lot from owners who did sell. I wish I had held on to that house. Maybe they sold too soon. Maybe they regret giving up that ultra-low mortgage. Maybe the market rebounded and now that house is worth $100,000 more than what they sold it for. Renting gives you time, it gives you options, and it keeps you from making a short-term decision that you might look back on and wish you could undo. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. I don't want to deal with tenants. I don't want to chase rent or fix toilets or worry about what's going on in my property. And I get that. That's where property management comes in. At State Property Management, we make renting your home simple, profitable, and low stress. We handle marketing and tenant screening, lease preparation, rent collection, maintenance coordination, inspections, legal compliance, and we're on call 24/7 for emergencies, so you don't have to be. We even provide monthly financial statements so you know exactly what's coming in and what's going out. If you're on the fence about selling versus renting, we can help you crunch the numbers with a free rental property analysis. We'll help you see if the math makes sense, how much rent your home could generate, and what kind of return you could expect. Just visit www.managecentralfloridaproperty.com to get started. Whether you're in Oviedo, Orlando, Winter Springs, or anywhere else in Central Florida, we're here to help. Now let's look at when renting makes a lot of sense. It makes sense if you plan to come back to the area someday. You don't need the cash from a sale right now. You want to start building a rental portfolio. You're not getting strong offers in today's sales market. You already have a great mortgage rate. You want to build passive income over time. For people in those categories, renting isn't just a backup plan, it's a strategy. That said, there are times when selling does make more sense. If you need the proceeds for another purchase, the property needs more work than you want to deal with, it's in a declining area, you just don't want to be tied to it emotionally or financially. Those are all valid reasons to sell. The point here is not that renting is always better, but that more owners should at least consider it before defaulting to selling. Because in today's market, a home that isn't selling well may rent very well. One last thing I want to say. You don't need to think of yourself as a landlord or investor to do this. You don't need to have 10 properties or some fancy portfolio. You can just be a homeowner who wants to make a smart move. You can rent out your house and still be a regular person with a full-time job, a family, and zero desire to manage tenants yourself. That's why our company exists. We help regular homeowners build long-term wealth through smart rental property decisions without the stress of going it alone. So now let's bring this home. If you're thinking about selling your house, but the timing feels off, or you're unsure what's best long-term, take a breath, run the numbers, and explore the renting option. It could turn out to be one of the smartest financial decisions you ever make. And if you want help figuring it out, or if you'd like a free rental analysis, head over to www.managecentralfloridaproperty.com. You can also drop your questions in the comments. I'm happy to share what we're seeing here in Central Florida. Thanks for watching. I'm David Weber with State Property Management, and we'll see you in the next video.